I tell the story. I've said the story before. I'm going to say it again. The year is 2000, I think 2010, or was it 2011? It was 2010. My sophomore year of college, right? And for some of you guys that are wondering, trying to do the math, I went to a 5-year college.
That would be like
Northeastern was a 5-year school.
That would be like 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 2010, 2011, somewhere in that range.
We're the same.
And I remember one of the assistant rowing coach comes in and we're talking about training and going on like winter break and everything else like that. And, he said, idle hands do the devil's work. And I was like, pretty profound. What did he mean by that? He meant that if you're not doing something, if you don't have a purpose, the purpose is to self-destruct. If you guys look at when people do stupid stuff, when people are involved in things that they might not have, they shouldn't have been involved in, a lot of the times it stems from just having too much free time. And I think when you're going through something, you're having a tough time, you're depressed, right? It's up to you whether depression is a temporary feeling or a permanent one, okay? There is no, I'm depressed, I suffer from depression long term. It's up to you if you're going to get out of that depression. And once you take that power back and say, it's on me. I might be depressed right now, but I'm going to do everything in my power to get out of this depression by my own accord. That's when you seize the power back. Okay? So right now, some of y'all are watching the show. Maybe you're like, man, I didn't want to get out of bed today. Man, let me just go watch some prawn, right? Let me just rub one out. Let me play some video games. Let me order a pizza. Let me just stay in my comfortable situation and not challenge myself so that I can continue to stay in this perpetual state of depression, of victimhood, of mediocrity. I'm here to tell y'all, man, that is not going to get you out of the situation that you're in.
Exactly.
You must do everything in your power to not stay depressed. It's easy to be in a depressed state. It's hard to get out of it, but you must do everything in your power to get out of it, guys. Depression, a lot of the times, is a byproduct of you not being on your purpose and you not doing what you're supposed to do. It's a very healthy response to mediocrity, okay? I'm gonna say that again. One more time for you guys. A lot of the times, if not most of the times, depression is a healthy response to mediocrity, okay? Your brain is telling you you're sitting at home all day, not doing anything, being a bum, not making money, not going to the gym, not learning a skill, not becoming your better man and creating a future. Because we tell you guys on this podcast all the time, as a man, you're evaluated on your future. You're rarely ever valued on your past or what you're currently doing. You're valued on your future. Can you potentially do, right? You got to add value right now, but no one cares about the value you added before. It's always about what are you doing right now? And then most importantly, what are you going to do in the future? So you guys got to build that future. No one's going to build it for you. And if you're just sitting around, idle hands, doing devil's work, you're not going to become what you need to become. And that's why I tell you guys, the gym. Why is the gym so important? Keeps you active. Keeps you working towards something. Keeps you disciplined. Keeps you eating the right foods. Keeps you motivated to abstain from drugs and bad habits. Because when you go into the gym and you put in that work, guess what you just did? You just heated up that clay. And you have a finite amount of time to shape that clay into the man that you want to be. Okay? When you go and you put that sweat equity in and you bust your ass in the gym, you're going to be less likely to eat that donut. You're going to be less likely to go ahead and whack off to some prawn. You're going to be less likely to go ahead and do some drugs or drink alcohol with the friends. You'll have the power to tell your friends, no. Yo, let's go to the bar. Nah, man, I'm not really feeling it. I'm just going to go home and relax. I'm going to chill. And you go home. You eat that high protein meal, you eat those vegetables, you eat those fruits, and then you go ahead and study another language. You learn a skill, you learn a trade. You watch one of our Money Monday episodes where we tell you guys about how to properly open up an LLC. You switch your LLC over to an S Corp. You figure these things out because now you're in a positive mindset. You went to the gym and you created the stimuli to create a foundation from which you will build the empire that we're talking about you guys building. But that empire is not going to be built with you keeping your hands idle. They got to be working at all times. You are not an attractive female that can sit there and be saved. Justin Waller always famously says, no one's coming to save you. No one. Not even us. We might throw you a lifeline. We might give you the guide. We might tell you what to do, how to do it. But at the end of the day, you have to go look at that person in the mirror and be happy with what you see back. If you look in the mirror and you're not happy with what you see back, guess what? It's time to get to fucking work. Your job as a man is to look in the mirror and be happy with the individual staring back at you. And you guys need to have an honest conversation with yourself. Am I happy with myself? Am I doing everything I need to do? Am I going to the gym? Am I working hard? Am I learning another trade and or skill that will help me make more money? If I'm not where I want to be right now, that's fine. But am I working to get to where I want to be? If the answer is no to any of that, you're fucking up. You are absolutely fucking up. Okay? Because there's people right now in Mexico, right? In the Bahamas, that are trying to come into this country illegally to have the same opportunity that you're squandering over right now. You're just sitting there, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to go to work today. I don't know if I'm going to go to the gym today. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and eat this shitty food. I'm just going to do some drugs, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, there's people dying to come into this country that are on the back of trucks, dying of heat, starvation, thirst, literally dying to have the same opportunities that you guys have, right? Especially if you're in a first world country, any type of country that has some type of democratic society that you're just squandering over. You're not taking it seriously. Idle hands do the devil's work. The simplest way to get your hands doing God's work is to focus on on making a better body that was given to you by God, eating correctly, going to the gym, drinking water, right? It's crazy to me how some of you got like simple things. Once you do the simple things, then you could do the more complex thing. Go to the gym 3 times per week. Get on a regimented weight training, resistance training program. Drink enough water where your urine is clear all day. Eat at least 1 to 2 servings of fruits and vegetables. Berries, strawberries, spinach, kale. Nice and low calorie, still tasty. Sleep 8 to 10 hours a day. Take a good multivitamin. Okay? Eat 1 to 2 grams, eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Simple stuff. Very, very simple stuff. Challenge yourself every single week in the gym. Do compound movements. Bench presses, dips, pull-ups, lunges, leg presses. Periodically change the weights. Get stronger over time. Okay? Then you're going to learn another skill, another trade, something that's going to make you more money. All right? So all your waking hours are spent to create a better you.